Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. And at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. There's plenty of insanity to go around again today. And some fun as well. So, got a big show lined up for you. We've had this series of massive explosions in Beirut yesterday. And it being Beirut, you automatically think terrorism. Apparently, they're kind of not thinking it was a terrorist strike right now. But some massive... Check out these unbelievable explosions that kind of woke up the city yesterday.
Okay, so that's the fireworks.
So you see the
factory.
fireworks going off, yeah. And then another explosion.
Yeah, now that's not the big one. Because somehow this guy, Martin and I were talking yesterday, this guy had to get that video out of there, somehow transmitted. So that must have been the early going while it was still burning. And then it got a whole lot worse. Oh.
Wow.
That looks like a movie.
Wow. That was some kind of explosion.
Yeah.
Jeez. So, fireworks and ammonium nitrate appear to have been the fuel that ignited that massive explosion. And it really rocked Beirut. Look at that.
Watch that building right to the left of that smoke. Just watch it. Wait for it. Goodbye. Unreal. Absolutely devastating.
Wow. Yeah, that is... if you were there, you might be thinking nuclear at that point.
Oh, absolutely.
Look at the size of that thing.
The mushroom cloud yesterday.
Jeez.
Yeah, the images.
You're thinking your world is ending.
Yeah.
So, from the epicenter of the explosion at the port of Beirut to the windows blown out miles and miles away.
Yeah.
It does resemble a chemical compound explosion that, commonly is found in agricultural fertilizer. But that doesn't usually set itself off. So they think that they got a fire in the fireworks factory, and then that spread to this place, and it led to that.
Yeah, so the prime minister and someone in the security head was saying that years ago they confiscated this material and stored it there, right near the dining and entertainment district.
Yeah, and right near a fireworks factory.
So for real?
Yeah.
I mean,
how stupid is that?
They've got desert there.
Jeez.
I know this. So devastating. Just horrible to see that video this morning.
They think at least 100 people are dead.
Yeah,
by the looks of that, you would think that would be a really conservative estimate.
Yeah, they're saying at least 4,000 injured. That feels more like that's what the death toll is going to end up being. I want to speculate, but boy, that was just that was quite a scene.
That was devastating.
Yeah, 4.0 on the Richter scale, by the way.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't heard that. It registered 4.0. Jeez. Just really, really tragic. And in a city that's been rocked by how many different tragedies? War, terrorism, blight, famine, you name it. And Lebanon's kind of gone through it.
Yeah, every day it seemed like on the news when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
It was constant war happening in that country. And so yesterday when the alerts were popping up on my phone and I saw explosion in, Beirut, Lebanon, I just thought, okay. That's just, oh my goodness. It was nowhere near what we have seen before.
Yeah.
That was terrible. So let's...
It's just a gigantic explosion. 888-900-3393. And at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. And, of course, the whole COVID scenario continues. And we do have some interesting things about the election and the vice presidential candidate that Joe Biden may pick. He's still supposedly has a list of about 10 women that he's considering. So we'll get into that as well. Got this tweet from Pathead Callan May.
Yeah, Jules' mom. Yeah.
Okay.
We need an update on her, by the way.
Yeah.
Didn't sound good last time. That didn't sound like the bone marrow transplant second go-around was doing so well. So I really would like to see how she's doing.
But she sent this out. Anyone know when the stupidity curve is supposed to flatten?
Oh, absolutely.
Really no way to tell on that one, I think.
I don't believe it's no.
We're nowhere near flattening that curve.
No.
In fact, that curve is getting steeper and steeper as time passes by.
As long as public schools exist.
From Pew Pew One Pew, how to stop COVID from spreading. Got a 90% risk of transmission if you just have no coverings and you just sneeze in each other's faces.
Okay. I see that.
Okay. Then if one of you wears a mask, the other guy sneezes in your face, you got a 30% risk
30%.
of transmission.
Okay. All right. Well, that cuts it significantly. Look, masks work, Pat.
Yeah. If the guy sneezing wears the mask, you got a 5% risk of transmission.
All right. Okay. Well, that's good, right?
All right. So both of you are wearing a mask at a 1.5% risk of transmission.
Oh, wow.
Now, if neither of you are wearing a mask and the guy just sneezes in your face, but says Black Lives Matter, you got a 0% risk.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you cannot be infected under those circumstances.
So going forward, instead of saying, achoo, you should say, Black Lives Matter. Mm-hmm. And then we've stopped COVID.
Right.
I mean, I'm willing to do that.
Yeah.
I'm willing to change how I talk.
If you're for sure not gonna get the disease, sure. Yeah, why not?
So Black Lives Matter, bless you. Okay.
And instead of bless you, maybe it's Black Lives Matter. So you double your chances of not getting it.
Inoculation, got it.
Also from Cyber Chasm, I looked out over that Cyber Chasm, but I said, I'm Israel. If the recent mostly peaceful protests have taught us anything, I love that, the recent mostly peaceful protests. If they've taught us anything, it's that the virus does not spread amongst violence. It's afraid. So attacking people for not wearing a mask is perfectly safe.
That's what stops it. So we just need to change the way we sneeze.
Yes. And then...
well, I don't want to promote attacking
violent.
each other. Kind of walked myself into a trap there.
Yeah,
but if it saves one life, Pat.
That's true. Isn't it worth it? This from Tyler. Tampa Bay is doing this. Tampa Bay is doing this right now, or doing this right, with a Back the Blue street mural.
How cool is that?
It's really a nice-looking mural, too.
Yeah.
That's more like a mural than we were talking about with the other big block letters in the street.
That was just graffiti. That was just dumping paint in the street.
Yeah.
This actually, look at that. I mean,
that looks good.
Yeah.
Back the Blue. Are they going to get crap for that?
Oh, I'm sure by now there's already...
People are already livid. Here's how... We just found this out right before we went on the air. Here's how bad it is with this whole police thing. Not just the... Paw Patrol thing, because they had a good dog who was a police officer and was a good example for kids, and you can't have that because there are no police officers, I guess, who can be good examples. So that was the big deal with the Paw Patrol situation.
Yeah, this has sent me over the edge. This is one of the greatest movies of all time, and
they're doing a Northwest Film, the Northwest Film Center, planned to kick off Cinema Unbound.
Okay.
It's a summer drive-in movie series they do, I think, every year.
Okay, good.
And so they're going to kick it off on August 6th with the movie Kindergarten Cop, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's a great movie. I loved it.
I mean, it's
I haven't
not
seen it
the
in a long time,
Tuma.
but that's where he says that, right?
Yeah, there's so many great lines.
It's not the Tuma.
This is a ferret. What is the other one? Who is your daddy and what does he do? I mean, this movie is just Arnold Schwarzenegger goldmine for lines. But what do you got there? Tell me what's going on with Kindergarten Cop.
Well, it stars Arnold Schwarzenegger as a police detective who goes undercover as a kindergarten teacher in order to bust a drug dealer. Movie's filmed in Oregon. So all these movies, I guess, are Oregon filmed or related in some way. That's right. Well, one of the activists apparently became a little upset. National reckoning on over-policing is a weird time to revive Kindergarten Cop.
Are you for real?
We're trying to end the school-to-prison pipeline. There's nothing entertaining about the presence of police in schools, which feeds the school-to-prison pipeline in which African Americans, Latinx, and other kids of color are criminalized rather than educated.
This person has never watched that movie. To say he's posing as a kindergarten teacher to arrest kids? I just used the line, who is your daddy and what does he do? He's trying to find a bad guy, and so he's asking the kids in the classroom what their dad does so he can track down the guy. It's not about arresting kids!
5- and 6-year-olds are handcuffed and hauled off to jail routinely in this country.
No.
Oh, are they really? That's a routine thing?
It's a routine thing.
I've missed the routine handcuffing.
Yeah, it's in like every
taking
scene.
to jail of 5- and 6-year-olds.
Yeah, and that's the premise of Kindergarten Cop. It's just dragging them to the paddy wagon.
And this criminalizing of children increases dramatically when cops are assigned to work in schools.
Stop it.
No,
Please stop.
they're there to protect the kids.
Mm-hmm.
In a message sent to WW over the weekend, with the subject line, Kindergarten Cop out, why does the Northwest Film Center think there's anything fun about cops traumatizing school children?
Oh, my gosh. Watch the movie.
It was not traumatizing the children. Yeah, you do have to wonder if this person's even seen Kindergarten Cop.
Nope.
I'm sure they haven't.
Nope. And to quote Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm the potty pooper. Sorry, I had to get another Arnold line in there.
So what do they do? They remove it.
I can't. Pat.
They remove it.
This makes no...
Just like that, the movie is gone because one person whined about it.
So, wait a minute.
It's just unbelievable.
So Kindergarten Cop and Gone with the Wind are now...
Yeah.
Are now joined at the hip as far as the cancel culture.
Yeah.
This is...
That's unbelievable. That is just so ridiculous that you would remove Kindergarten Cop. So instead of Kindergarten Cop, they're going to show Good Trouble twice.
What? Twice?
Good Trouble, the documentary on civil rights icon John Lewis.
Oh, okay.
So the first screening was sold out, so they're going to screen it again instead of Kindergarten Cop because Kindergarten Cop is so offensive. You know, it is offensive when they routinely handcuff and drag off to jail 5- and 6-year-olds. I'm tired of that. I've seen it. Well, I haven't seen it, but it obviously goes on all the time if she's worried about it.
I mean,
right?
What does it take? We should start an online petition for something. Just figure out something. Maybe you'd be motivated by BYU football. You may be able to save their season, right? Mm-hmm. Why don't you just come up with a schedule, start a petition. Mm-hmm. You've got an audience that'll support you. I mean, if it's this easy.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. And just maybe I could sue the SEC, Big Ten, Pac-12, and ACC and everybody else who is doing conference-only games. Yeah. Big 12, too, by the way. Did I mention Big 12?
Yeah.
They're just doing conference-only +1, I think.
+1. See? You could be a de facto Big 12 team. Just play all the Big 12 teams.
Yeah, that was suggested. And then they said no. No. Oh, okay. Makes way too much sense. That's why they said no.
That could have been a backdoor way into joining a conference.
Right.
I mean, that's what happened, some of these bad tragedies. That's how Oklahoma City got a basketball team. Because New Orleans went up there after Katrina and effectively stayed, So, I don't know. Whatever. When you go after Kindergarten Cop, I'm...
Ridiculous.
Help me.
I mean, seriously. The society is seriously sick. We're on a respirator right now. We're as a nation, it's a respirator, maybe even an iron lung. That's how critical our situation is right now.
So the answer to the question, so it is a tumor, effectively.
It is a tumor.
Yeah. So Arnold was wrong.
We've got a cancer, and it's called progressivism. And it is killing this country. It really is. Let me take 60 seconds, though, and tell you about Patriot Mobile. If you want to escape the cancel culture and the doofuses on the left, there is a way to do that by canceling your leftist-supporting cell phone provider. Little in your face to them. Cancel your Verizon or AT&T and go with the only conservative cell phone carrier out there, Patriot Mobile. They share your values. They don't charge hidden fees. And they don't send your hard-earned money to Planned Parenthood or other organizations that are trying to destroy this country. And you do not have to sacrifice quality for your principles. None of us like to do that. I mean, you have to sometimes do that, but not in this case. You get the same reliable nationwide service, and you support a company that loves this country and shares your values and supports the Constitution. So they also try to make it really easy for you. You can switch your telephone number if you want, or you can keep your number. You can get a new phone, or you can keep your old one. Whatever you want to do, they can accommodate you. And right now, when you join the Patriot Mobile family, you get free activation and a free gift when you use the offer code PAT. Veterans and first responders save even more. So switch today, 972-PATRIOT, 972-PATRIOT, or patriotmobile.com/PAT.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
That's not a tumor. Talking about his big muscles, I think. Wasn't it? Wasn't it his bulging bicep?
No.
His chest?
No.
What was it?
He says all the kids are gathered around. They're like, what's wrong? Because he's obviously just beside himself. He goes, I have a headache. And this one kid goes, it might be a tumor. It's not a tumor.
Oh, okay. I thought they were talking about his muscles or
And there's some
something.
good discussions of the difference between boys and girls. Maybe that's why they canceled the film, because one kid makes it very clear how boys and girls are different.
Oh, no. Why the hate in that movie? Why was that film loaded with such absolute despicable hatred? Why? Why?
Boys have this part, girls have this part. You know what?
That's not true. You know that's not true.
That's why they canceled the movie.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with policing kids. It's all because that one kid pointed out the biological differences between boys and girls, and all of a sudden, Kindergarten Cop is now my top 3 movies of all time. Just because of this. I'm angry. I am seriously pissed about this. This is our society is.
And you weren't even going to the festival.
I'm not even going to the festival. I haven't seen the movie in a decade at least.
Oh, I haven't seen it probably in 30 years. This is the 30-year anniversary of it. Did you know that?
Wow.
Came out in 1990. Yeah.
Man, time flies.
Oh, my gosh.
This goes back to my point. When you watched Back to the Future and subtracted 30 years, and Michael J. Fox went from 1985 to 1955, today you go back 30 years, we're in 1990.
Yeah.
It's
unreal.
Right? Time flies.
It's unreal. And that was pre-internet. So you go back to 1990, if you were to do that, you'd have no internet access, and you'd be looking around thinking, oh, what am I going to do now?
Right.
There's no internet access? What?
I got to wait like 4 years, and then I've got dial-up.
Then you got dial-up.
And text on the screen? What is this?
So it really didn't kick in until they finally got rid of dial-up. Started doing, was it DSL at first?
Yeah.
Remember that?
So it was dial-up, DSL.
The cable connection.
Then fiber up.
And then
whatever it was, the
T1 thing.
T1, yeah.
T1, T2, T3. And now it just shows you how quickly that happened. Now, exponentially, that technology grew.
I mean, it's the 5,000-year leap.
Right, in about 5 years.
Yeah, and this COVID and this lockdown and this insanity that we're doing to ourselves.
And again, let's just throw that out there since you brought it up. If you don't have it in your family, if you don't have it in your library of things that you go to, you need to. You need to buy 5,000-Year Leap.
That's a must read.
Have that on hand, especially if you've got kids that are being educated right now. It's a great way to supplement what they're getting, or actually, it's an even better way to just homeschool them and just use that.
Seriously. I mean, this is, again, you have another opportunity in many parts of the country where there is no fall school.
Yeah.
Look at this as a time to educate your kids and open their eyes and yours. If you haven't read books like The 5,000-Year Leap or Atlas Shrugged, now's the time. Assign that. Make your 7-year-old read Atlas Shrugged. Have him do a big report on the big speech right in the middle.
Yeah, and especially involving that book and that movie, you got to go with the book because the movie is.
Yeah, it's not even the
sucks.
same thing.
The movie
couldn't even
sucks.
watch the other one.
It's really sad what they did to that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, that book. Really, really sad. The book is always better, almost in every case.
Yeah.
But this one, it's like they're not even the same thing.
Ayn Rand would kill someone if she knew what
yes,
happened.
Would. All right, 888-900-3393. And at Pat Unleashed on Twitter, Joe Biden trying to figure out who his vice presidential candidate, running mate, is going to be. I really think it's been decided. I think it's going to be Kamala Harris. But Karen Bass, her vice presidential candidacy is apparently troubled now over some comments that she made about Fidel Castro and Scientology. She's a Democrat from California. She's been one of the hip choices to make because a lot of people don't know who she is, and she's part of the Black Caucus, so she's super, super progressive, and was widely reported to be a presumptive presidential nominee on his short list. She after her comments at a Nation of Islam event that she attended.
Oh, that's always a bad sign.
She's in some trouble, I guess. During a Monday interview, though, on NBC News, she insisted, "I'm not a socialist. I'm not a communist. I've belonged to one party my entire life, and that's the Democrat Party, and I'm a Christian." Oh, well, I mean, the Democrat Party is the Communist Party, so that doesn't mean you're not a communist.
That's your defense? I'm not a communist. I'm not a socialist. I'm a Democrat.
Yeah. And a member of the Black Caucus. Wow. That's pretty close to communist right there. Oh. Fox reported that during one of these trips, she went to Cuba, and she attended a Fidel Castro speech. And when he passed in 2016, she reportedly referred to him as Commandant en Jefe, or Commander-in-Chief, and lamented his death as a great loss to the people of Cuba. And apparently she's apologized to that. She was known as a Castro sympathizer. Since when is that a problem for the Democrats?
I thought that was a resume builder.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good thing. So Democrats will embrace killing a baby up to, including, and sometimes even after birth. They embrace every form of degradation known to mankind. They love the Marxists and communists who've taken over their party, like Bernie Sanders and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. But if you say something about Fidel Castro or Scientology, all of a sudden that's a road too far. I'm sorry, we can't travel that one with you. Okay. She apparently also made some comments that were positive about Scientology. She was in 2010 during an opening for Scientology. She said, "The Church of Scientology I know has made a difference because your creed is a universal creed and one that speaks to all people everywhere. The words are exciting of your founder, L. Ron Hubbard."
Oh, no.
In the creed of the Church of Scientology, that all people of whatever race, color, or creed are created with equal rights. Mm-hmm. I'll never forget those words from the science fiction writer L. Ron Hubbard. I will never. Those will be forever burned into my memory, into my mind.
Yeah,
isn't that what John Kerry once said?
So,
seared into my mind.
Yeah, and his memory was way off on that one. So I didn't realize L. Ron Hubbard was born in Nebraska and was basically raised in Helena on the mean streets.
That's right.
And then his dad
but I forgot it.
Posted on the U.S. Naval Base on Guam.
Huh.
So there you go. There's
then was that before it tipped over and capsized?
So yeah, that's
interesting.
You said he's still picking between 10 women, Joe Biden?
Mm-hmm.
I thought I heard it was down to 3, Kamala being one of them.
Okay.
But
who's the other 2?
Forgot.
Is Bass one of them? Karen Bass?
Maybe so. And then Tammy Duckworth, I think.
Okay.
I think that's what I heard. But you think it's a formality, right?
I do.
Are we waiting on the swelling to go down on Kamala? What is the delay here? I mean, if it's...
I don't know what to delay. I don't know. I think it's been delayed because they released the announcement on Politico last week, and they're like, "Oh wait
a second.
Whoa,
yes,
okay,
somebody had that.
Let's let that die down a little bit, and then we'll announce."
Because they even had a quote.
Yeah,
Joe Biden in his announcement even called, so it wasn't like they just had the template up and accidentally released it like and I'll be honest with you, I thought Wilford Brimley was already gone. But, it's not like he already had the obituary written and accidentally posted it. They had quotes from his announcement that hasn't even happened.
Exactly. As if they were working with the campaign and the campaign said, here's what we're going to say.
Yeah.
And so you can have this ready. And then somebody screwed up and posted it too soon.
And now they got to make it seem like, we're still thinking about it.
Exactly.
Now, what if, check this out. Mm-hmm. What if now, to show that was a total fabrication, she doesn't get it? Now they're like, well, we can't do that because it's obvious that we've been lying this whole time.
Then it's even worse than, because Duckworth or Bass would be even worse than Kamala Harris. That would be unfortunate. Because whoever it is has a really good shot at becoming president of the United States.
Of being president this time next year.
Yeah. Yes. We can't, Trump cannot lose. We've said that a million times. But seriously, the Democrats can't win, and they can't get control of the Senate. And it would be great if Republicans could regain the House, but none of that looks even remotely possible right now.
And I am not trying. I'm just trying to be a realist here. I am not trying to be morbid at all. But does anybody think that Ruth Bader Ginsburg is going to be alive on the other side of this next term?
She's really sick again.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's definitely going to be.
And they're saying, even Republicans are saying, yeah, maybe we shouldn't do it this year. Let's wait until after the election. But that's what they said when it was Obama in office, and they were trying to replace.
Well,
a Supreme Court justice.
She's still.
She's
still in
alive
there now, but
right.
But yeah, because.
If they do
Scalia
that,
died in December.
And so they're saying, during an election year, you can't blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, that's.
And so they'll look really bad if they try to do it.
That is one
themselves.
I've got to be honest. That is one area where I cannot believe the Republicans held firm on something.
I know.
Where you would
because they never do.
Guys,
they never do.
There's a vacancy and Obama's the president for the next 13 months. I cannot believe.
And they held out.
They did.
They held out.
That is like literally the one thing Republicans have held firm on is nope. We're going to wait till after the election.
That
paid off.
Literally the only thing I can think of that they ever stuck to their ground on.
Right.
They fought on that hill and they won. And they never do.
That's amazing.
They never do. So that's pretty incredible.
And that was on something that it wasn't cut and dry. It was like, wow, they're really.
And something really important. Really important.
Yeah. And who did we get
so
for that
we
one?
wound up with...
was that Kavanaugh? We got Kavanaugh for that one.
Must have been.
Yeah, because Gorsuch was the second one, right?
Right, yep.
Yeah, so...
So he could do a third. We don't know. You don't wish death on anybody, of course.
No, and I'm
that's
just
not
saying,
what we're saying. She just has... she has
the
cancer again.
The trajectory is not looking good for her.
Yeah.
5 years from now.
She has cancer again, and she's 85 years old.
Yeah.
So, if he does get an opportunity, though, to appoint another justice,
give it to me. Say it.
It's got to be.
What's her name?
What's
her name?
Amy.
Yeah.
Amy something.
Judge
something.
Amy. We just love her.
She's awesome. There's just too many other names that have been in my head since her.
I know one of them is Amy Coney Barrett.
Amy Coney Barrett.
Yeah. Everything I've read on her. And then she's 48. She'll be there for a long time. But
they're going to hate that. That's going to be a battle, too.
And boy, that John Roberts court already, though, as crazy far right as it is, man, now it's going to be cemented if we could get a conservative added to that court.
Oh, man. Oh, can you imagine the things we're going to do with that court? Wow. It would finally even things out again.
It would, man.
888-900-3393. We're going to chew the fat next with Jeffy.
Yay.
Yes. Halfway through the week, which means it's time to chew the fat.
Wow.
With Jeffy.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, perfect.
Right?
Perfect.
Right?
Yeah.
Thank
Couldn't
you.
be better. Nothing could be better right now, could it?
No.
Seriously, could anything possibly be
fact,
better? You're asking way too much.
Oh, wow.
Have you asked that?
I'm embarrassed at how good it is.
I know, me too.
I'm embarrassed at how good
It's like
it
having way too much money and everybody around you is poor. It's just going so well right now.
Thank you. Thank you. It's like going to the bank and saying, is there a way I can stop money going into my account?
And they tell you, no, I'm sorry, there isn't.
Right. Did you just have to
It's
leave?
like, damn.
Oh.
All right. Well, just let it flow.
Fine. Hey, I just want you to know that it was an error, okay? An error. Tim Tebow's Bible message that triggered the sensitive content warning on Twitter was an error.
Good.
Okay, we're talking about Tim Tebow now, the
All right.
former NFL quarterback, New York Mets.
Who
minor
still
league player.
doesn't have a job.
Not-
He's still being blacklisted by the NFL. Why doesn't Tim Tebow have a job in the NFL?
He headlined the video saying or reading, this could be your time. That breakthrough could be tomorrow or it could be next year, but you have the opportunity to turn, however you're being tested, into a testimony. So many heroes were wounded deeply before they were used greatly. And, I'm not sure. And then there was the video. Now, Twitter alerts usually, to that sensitive content, usually have graphic images or videos. So I'm not really sure what it was that triggered that sensitive.
And they allowed that to stay up there when all was said and done?
Well, Twitter finally said, oh my gosh, it was an error. Sorry, I told you it was an error. We're sorry. It's been corrected, okay? It's taken down. Don't worry about it. Sorry. And I don't even know what was it that triggered. I know one of the things he said in the video, I mean, I suffered through the video to see how horrific it was. Yeah. And one of the things he said was, we get to trust an unknown future to a known God. So... Wow. I mean,
and they went ahead and left that up
for some time, and then they realized it was an error. Yeah, well, they left the tweet itself
right.
up. Yeah, yes.
What are
they left
doing?
it up, and they took down the sensitive content warning. So let's talk a little salmonella, shall we? Look, it's midweek. It's midweek. Let's talk a little salmonella. A multi-state outbreak of salmonella poisoning has sickened people in 31 states.
From what? Do we know?
Back to red onions.
Oh, good. I don't eat them.
Red onions.
Moving on. We don't care. Next story.
Whatever.
The investigation has determined, well, you might, though, because they're going to pull all varieties of onions from this particular place
Whoa.
because of risk of cross-contamination.
Oh, wait. Vidalia onions, too?
All of them from this particular place. No, I don't think it's from Georgia. I don't think you get the Vidalia. You get the red and the Spanish and the yellow.
From where? Where do those come from?
In California,
Texas and California.
Bakersfield, California.
Okay.
Yeah. Now there are 48 states that have salmonella infections due to backyard poultry, little chickens and ducklings.
Oh, that's a band name right there.
So apparently, people interviewed by health officials, over 3/4 of them had come in contact with little chicks and ducklings. And the CDC advises, as snugly as your little chickens may look, don't hug and kiss them.
Oh, no. Really?
Yeah, I know. They carry
Who am I going to make out with
salmonella
then?
on their
They're not my
feathers,
chicken.
And,
darn
I
it.
know. They carry salmonella in their digestive tract. And, it doesn't harm them.
Yeah.
But
It can harm
to
you.
humans,
Careful with that beak, Pat.
you get the diarrhea, the fever, the painful cramps, and you don't want that.
No, you
You
don't.
do not want that. So they're asking you to please refrain from kissing and
Tongue
snuggling your
kissing your
animals.
chickens.
Yeah, because nobody wants to.
Why would anybody do that? Seriously, are people kissing their chickens?
They look so
Come on.
cute. The cute little ducklings and chicks,
Oh, no,
chicks in the
don't.
house. They're
Why'd you
cute.
open the door for this man? He'll justify anything.
The dog thing with the butt tongue
Yeah.
and then the chickens with their inner disease, whatever it is.
You don't know that it takes between 6 hours and 6 days for the bacteria to people to get sick.
Oh, so lockdowns are a little bit shorter than
Yes.
with COVID.
Yes, just a little bit. And I'm happy about this particular. Got Milk
Oh,
is
yeah.
back. Got Milk is back.
All right.
So, I mean, milk sales have been through the roof from January to July 18th. They're
Why?
They were up 8.3%. They figure people are at home, cereal, baking, doing stuff. So, I mean, milk sales are up. The original Got Milk campaign was way back in 1994. I mean, that'd be, almost 30 years ago. Yeah. And they had, celebrities sporting the milk mustaches. And, now the television ads are going to feature videos culled from the internet. doing funny things with milk.
No,
like
isn't
opening
that
a
fun?
gallon
Isn't
with
that
their
fun?
toes.
That's so fun.
And jumping into a kiddie pool with milk and cereal.
Oh, that's fun.
And one commercial from a TikTok spot, which may not be around much longer. Olympic gold medalist Katie Ledecky shows off her talents in the pool with her
Right.
milk.
She puts milk on her head and
what?
swims.
Look at this.
Oh, look at that. Isn't
Look at
that's
this.
fun. That's
And
just
swims
fun.
the
Isn't it?
entire length of the pool with a glass of chocolate milk on her head.
And she doesn't spill a drop.
Not a drop. Come on now.
That is impressive.
That
I
is
guess.
pretty impressive.
Is that not
is
CGI?
pretty impressive.
Where's the CGI line? Oh,
Well,
you
an
believe this one?
Olympics swimmer would do CGI?
She's just
No.
super talented.
So in
She's
other
an
words,
American athlete.
the national dairy farmers basically have no budget, no money to spend, so they're wanting us to do the work for them?
Yeah, well, they're probably you have to pay these people a little cash.
No, they don't. Sure. So I will not rest until
Don't start
Jeffy's.
bad
I
mouthing
want Jeffy's face to be in a milk ad with the mustache and stuff. Look at
Look
that.
at this.
Nice job. You
Look
made
at that,
it.
world class.
No, there you go.
Come on.
Does the
Got
body
milk?
good.
She said it's
I got
possible.
some cattle. I'm driving to the town.
She says it's possibly one of the best swims of her career.
Okay.
She
It was
believes-
certainly smooth because the milk didn't fall off. her
Right?
head.
There's going to be tie-ins. You're going to have coupons with Hershey chocolate and milk. It's going to be great.
Oh.
It's going to be awesome.
How many times did she have to do that before she was able to swim all the way across?
One.
Just
Did
just the
you
one.
see any chocolate milk in the pool?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
So, because I kept thinking, man, do you
18 takes.
just leave it? Yes, thank you. Thank you. Just leave the chocolate milk and let the filter go through the pool. Because you have to, right?
Yeah, you'd have to.
You're not just going to drain the pool.
Uh-huh.
You talked yesterday about microbes buried beneath the
100
seafloor.
million-year-old
100 million years old, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Russian scientists are poring over well-preserved bones of an adult woolly mammoth
Oh, that's cool.
that roamed the earth. Well, this one only 10,000 years ago.
Yeah.
But the locals discovered the remains in the shallows of a North Siberian lake. And those of you watching Blaze TV, you can see some of the video of them bringing up the skull, several ribs, foreleg bones. We don't need the audio. I didn't ask for the audio because they don't speak
wow. Look at that.
the audio of the video.
Yeah.
They for some reason aren't speaking English in this.
No, I think
Yamal
they are.
Peninsula.
Turn it back up for a second. Let's see if they're speaking. Maybe
They
Jeffy
have a
just didn't
translator.
recognize
They
it.
have a translator, but the scientists.
Jeffy's like, I don't understand what they're
the
saying.
scientists.
English.
The scientists are not speaking English.
Unfortunately, we couldn't excavate
that sounds like
all the
English
remains
to me.
quickly.
Yeah, did I just not say that?
But we can't hear them.
A
Kill it.
general analysis.
Oh, wait, now I wanted to hear what he said.
Too late.
They have similar finds in Russia up in this area before. They found a 37,000-year-old mammoth calf.
Wow.
Found by a reindeer herder up in the peninsula. And that's apparently one of the big reindeer herd places, the Yamal Peninsula up above the Arctic Circle. Have they not seen? I'm pretty sure that Amazon Prime is available in Russia. I'm pretty sure it is. Have they not seen the show Fortitude on Amazon Prime?
I don't know. I haven't. So,
I haven't either. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Not sure if they have.
I live in Russia, so no.
Starring Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, I don't know it.
Now there's 3 seasons. The first one is great. The second and third season are, okay. But it's about an infection that humans get, and it was from woolly mammoths.
Ooh, this sounds like fun.
Really?
Caused, of course, the reason that the woolly mammoths are becoming exposed is because of climate change. Duh.
Of course.
We know that.
Oh, yeah, we're
We know
melting
that,
and
right?
stuff, yeah.
The Fortitude is kind of like the beginning of Walking Dead. It's
Really?
Yeah, that's because of woolly mammoths. So I'm just saying.
Because of woolly mammoths.
Yeah.
All right. It's so stupid.
What do you?
These climate change shows. I can't take it.
Oh,
I can't take it. I can't take it.
The show.
Here we go.
I can't
It's
take
not
it.
about.
Yeah, I can't take it.
All right.
We could talk as long as we're talking about zombies. We can talk about zombie cicadas. How about that? You want zombie cicadas?
I don't like living cicadas.
Researchers at West Virginia University team researched the Massospora infected cicadas that returned to West Virginia. They begin to decay, but rather than immediately die, they fly around and infect other cicadas.
Good. Kill the whole bunch of them.
Well,
no.
The infection's mind-controlling abilities, the insects appear to behave as if nothing is wrong. And they just fly around. What
are they doing? What are they controlling them to do?
They don't know how they get it, how or when they get it. So these cicadas go underground, and they stay underground for almost 17 years, up to 17 years, their life cycle.
Yep.
Right? Okay. So they don't know whether they get it going into the ground or coming out of the ground.
Oh, boy.
And so it's a parasitic fungus, and it manipulates the male cicadas into flicking their wings like females.
Oh, no.
Which is a mating invitation.
Wait a minute.
Which tempts the unsuspecting male cicadas and infects them.
Oh, no.
Because, the infected ones are busy flapping their wings. The uninfected ones are looking for a little cicada business.
So there's some homosexual cicadas now?
Well, they're not homosexual. They think they're fooled.
Yeah, it's
they're
like
fooled
it's
into
like,
ooh, hey, that sounds like a hot cicada.
They get together in a homosexual way, these cicadas?
Yes.
When does he
like the
figure
frogs,
it out?
like the friggin' frogs.
Yes, thank you.
But when does the uninfected cicada dude figure out, like, is this like
too late.
Madam Butterfly? It's like, oh no, what am I doing?
Yeah, once you fly into the infected cicada, it's too late. You're already done. You're done for. It's over.
But it doesn't kill them.
No, it doesn't. And
What does it do
if
to
you're
them?
already infected, they stay awake and they continue to transmit. I mean, those bastards. But it's the disease that's causing them to do this. So it's according to the professionals, it's like wearing an eraser on a pencil down. And when you can pick them up, and there's a picture of one of them that you can see the disease on the bug. And it's just eating away until they finally do die.
And let's be clear, not that there's anything wrong with flapping your wings, right?
I mean, it's a good thing for the cicadas. Unless you're an infected cicada, right? If you're not, I mean, that's why the ones that aren't infected are going, that sounds hot.
Then they find out it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
Before we know it,
now
they're going to lose, their population's going to die off, right?
Well, and the good news is,
Hope so.
Good news is that they are generally harmless to humans.
Yeah.
So,
but somehow Pat is
Doesn't sound fun.
anti-cicada.
I'm anti-cicada.
I didn't realize this.
Yeah,
Did
I
something happen to you as a kid?
No,
on the
I don't like them.
streets?
I don't like them.
Like just
They're
the
super loud and they're obnoxious
Yeah.
and they're everywhere in the East. And
think how loud they are when they're infected because they're out looking for business.
Man, no,
I know.
no, thank you. I hate
They're out
cicadas.
looking for
I want,
business.
I want a
business.
cicada genocide.
Well, you
And
may
I-
have it.
Okay, good.
You may have it with the
Good.
Massospora.
Good.
You may have it.
Quick note: Just to Muck and Fudge, Future Square. Jeffy saying, "Out looking for business."
It's not looking for, well, it's business.
Business.
It's not looking for business. Something that may actually happen from time to time in the U.S. And the UK makes me now less concerned with prison time in the future. I'll tell you that. A man named Barry Beardall in the UK is not going to prison because he's overweight. The judge.
What?
He's
hey.
overweight. The
You
judge,
are safe then.
The judge said the 74-year-old would need carers
Well, that guy's
to
Karen
help
Carpenter
him
compared to
out
you,
of bed
Jeffy.
and give him his medication due to his size.
Definitely
heard
not
that.
going to
I
jail.
heard that. The judge said that jailing him would cause enormous disruption
Yeah.
for the prison service.
Warning to banks in Irving, Texas today. There may be a spree happening later.
Now, he weighed
This is your main
28
suspect
stone.
right here.
He weighed 28 stone.
All right, I'm going to look it up. 28 stone.
That's a lot.
392 pounds.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not a lot. 392 pounds?
Well, not to you.
I mean, usually in New York, 392
Yeah,
pounds.
man.
Usually in New York, and now they're here in the States,
all-
there have been guys that have not gone to prison and been let out of prison,
Right.
but they're usually 500 plus.
It's a matter of perspective, Pat.
This guy's not even $4 bills.
Right.
Like
That's
I
what
said,
I'm saying.
he's like Karen Carpenter compared to
I
you.
mean, 392, you can do that standing on your hands.
Oh, yeah, easy.
Come on.
Oh,
Easy.
wait. I
Piece
want to
of
see.
cake.
Hold on a second. Challenge. Are you going to accept
mean-
it? You're going to do a handstand for us
Man,
later?
the one story talked about a guy in New York, I don't know, a few years ago, a dozen years ago or so, that was arraigned in his pickup truck in the parking lot because he couldn't fit into the courthouse.
Oh, no.
If I can't fit into the courthouse, I'm suing.
Charges dropped.
I'm suing. I mean, they're supposed to have those things handicap capable, right? I should be able to go in those bad boys.
Yeah.
I mean,
they should have to open up a wall or something and get them in there, crane them in.
That's where the judge said, you know what, just stay in your truck. We'll arraign you out in the parking lot, dude.
Wow. That's service with a smile.
But if you thought you were going to do a little sports, if you thought you were going to be able to see the Indy 500 in person again, because they often, Penske, who bought the track and the course and the Indy 500, said he was going to run the race, and he wasn't going to run the race unless people were going to be there. Nope, we're still going to run the race, but no people. That's the way it goes. Sorry. It's the 104th running of the Indianapolis 500. Never has it been without spectators.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
And when is that? When is it?
Well, they changed it. It's Sunday, August 23rd.
It's usually Memorial Day weekend.
Right,
Yes.
and that they postponed it until the 23rd of this month.
Okay.
Which is, still happening, but no people. He said that the financial ramifications for not hosting spectators wasn't
Huge.
It was huge, but it wasn't the cause for him to. It was for people's safety.
Uh-huh.
Right.
All right.
He's only spent millions on the renovation of the Indianapolis 500 race.
And then to
track.
have no gate receipts.
Right. And
that's not good.
they had him down to they said it was going to go to 50%, right, which would give it to 50% is over 100,000. 350,000 show up for the race.
Wow.
Right? And they had it down to 80,000.
Does that include the infield?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they had it down to 80,000, and then it was like, nope, no people.
Nobody.
No, but have a nice day.
Wow.
Take care.
Wow.
I know.
888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. Welcome to it. Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Let me take 60 seconds and tell you about Omega XL. Because if you got inflammation, if you got some pain, this is something that could relieve that pain. This has an off switch. Omega XL has an off switch to the inflammation, and then it turns off your pain. It's backed by 35 years of clinical research. It attacks the inflammation that causes your pain, and thus your pain goes away. Now, pain relievers and topical rubs, they can help for a little while, maybe mask the pain. Sometimes, usually for me, they don't even do that. But they don't go to the cause and neutralize that inflammation like Omega XL does. And without that fishy aftertaste all day long. Really easy to swallow, little teeny gel pills. Fantastic. You're going to love this. Let's get you started with an Omega XL bottle. You buy the first one, we'll give you the second one for free. Visit omegaxl.com/Pat. It's 50% off for the first two bottles. That's omegaxl.com/Pat or call 1-800-844-4888.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Something that just made this delivery from one of our listeners even more important. I've just found out that the Clorox wipes,
Yeah.
it's going to be a long time before we ever see those again.
They're not going to be able to meet demand till
They can't.
sometime next
till
year.
2021.
Next
Yeah,
year.
they can't do the. They thought they were going to be able to restock by summer. Nope. That's out the window now.
That's because all the employees are in the back room deep pocketing those bad boys when they get shipped to the stores.
He knows. He knows.
And when people see them, they hoard them because they're worried, well, I'm not going to be able to see these ever again. Well, no, not if you're going to do that. Right. Yeah, if you're going to take every single thing of Clorox wipes, then the rest of us don't have any, then yeah, that's what's going to happen.
You got to deal with the guys in the back room at Sam's and Costco, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a real shame that there's no road between my house and yours.
Yeah, well, I don't need that.
No,
right now
not yet.
because-
No, sure, you're good.
Because I've got these.
Yeah, you are
Okay.
stocked up now.
I'm stocked up. I got some cattle. I'm driving to the town. Then I can wipe up after them.
Off.
Yeah. So put that in your pipe and
Yeah.
smoke it. Plus, somebody else sent me 2 huge containers of actual Clorox wipes.
Nice.
Yeah, and one
Nice.
of them's at home and one of them's right here, so I can clean up all the filth around here and don't have to wallow in it.
Wait, what
like
do you mean?
Keith likes to do.
I know. No
That
kidding.
is true. Yeah. So
I'm a nasty, dirty human being.
yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Have fun sitting over here, Jeffy.
But thank you for those incredible gifts. Fantastic.
Practical. Right?
It was super practical, very much needed. Clorox is apparently not alone either. Lysol's having the same problem. They're not going to get any stocks in grocery stores until at least 2021.
They're just cranking it out and they can't keep up.
Yeah, Clorox, Lysol, everybody apparently. So we're going to have shortages. In the United States of America, we're going to have shortages on products that we actually do need.
Third worldification.
Yeah, this is unbelievable to me that it's going on this long.
So what you're saying is if you see the product on the shelf, buy as much as you can.
Yeah, because you don't know when you're going to see them again.
Right.
And you need to be prepared.
Right.
You got to look out for your family.
What I'm saying.
That's what I took from it.
That's what I heard.
I'm saying let the free market work this thing and just
Right,
buy normally, just like you always do.
So you should just buy what you need.
Yeah,
That's
buy
not
what you
the
need.
free market.
Yeah. If you do it that way, if you do it the way that we all do it under normal circumstances, it'll be fine. But that's not how we act.
No, it is not.
That is not how we act. Oh my gosh! Toilet paper! And they go for it. It's bizarre.
And you can't get... Now, by the way, if you order takeout at, like, say, for example, Sam's Club, and you go and pick it up, they don't allow you to get the toilet paper and the paper towels. But if you go in the store...
What? They make
the
you go
store,
in?
you can go get it. Yeah, with their brand system.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, because they don't want you go in the store, suffer.
They make you work.
They make you work.
For it.
Some of the stores put limits on it too. They say like one per customer or two per customer.
Yeah.
So they do try to limit the hoarding. All right, 888-900-3393. Let's go to Harrison in Washington. Hey, Harrison, you're on the Blaze.
Hey guys, how you doing? Well, first of all, I want to say I know you guys don't like this stuff, but I've been listening since Arguing with Idiots, and I'm 24, living over here in Washington. So
nice.
It's I don't get to listen, hear many of your guys' perspectives. So I just want to say I appreciate you guys and Glenn and all them.
Thank you.
So the question I wanted to go to was a lot of the big conservative talk show guys like you and Ben Shapiro and stuff like that have kind of changed your minds on Trump. And I'm wondering if you guys think maybe that'll show when the voting comes around, because last time around I didn't vote for him. I voted third party.
I did
but
too.
I'm really planning on voting for him this time. So I just want to know what your guys' opinion on that was.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Harrison. I think he wins. I still think he wins.
He has to.
He has to. It might be wishful thinking, might be hopeful thinking, but it's the only way we continue as the United States of America is if he wins.
And it's not all of it's not going to go away. Whoever wins. I mean, if you think we're going to go back to dancing in the street and hosing ourselves down with Lysol, that's not going to happen.
Not until 2021.
Right. I mean, that's not going to happen. I mean, the guy, and just to keep it somewhat, not even normal, but somewhat sane, he has to win.
He has to.
He has to.
Yeah, he has to. Otherwise, it's the fundamental transformation of America that will be finished, completed, and end the United States of America as we know it. So I just believe he has to win.
I mean, it'll take a few years.
Nah, I don't know about that.
It'll take a few years.
Yeah, it goes by really fast.
We got a few fights to have before we get to the complete
everything's fine.
end.
Don't even worry about it. Just bury your head in sand. Think about it.
Thank you.
You'll be fine. Shut up.
Whatever. All right, let's go to Wayne in Oklahoma. Hey, Wayne, you're on the Blaze.
Hey, how's it going, sir?
Good.
I'm just curious. The college football season is coming up, right? I guess.
I hope. I hope.
Are you sure about that?
No. Nope.
No, I know, right? Well, I live in Oklahoma, and the Sooners, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be racist some way, right?
Yeah. You named your football team after a bunch of cheaters. Good job.
They're fine because the name is for criminals, so they're fine.
Yeah.
The Sooners aren't criminals.
Right?
Yeah, they sure are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they
sure are. They left early.
They left
But
early.
they left a little bit soon, which is why they were called Sooners.
Yeah, because they're criminal. They broke
because
the
the
rules.
federal government said at this time you can go and claim land in
I
that
know.
state.
And they left sooner.
Cheaters.
Thanks, Wayne. And by the way, speaking of Oklahoma, it looks like BYU might have a game in Oklahoma to start the season.
You gonna go
we
up
should
there?
maybe go up to Stillwater and see it.
That might be fun.
That might be fun. Yeah, if they allow fans, I don't know if
Wait,
they're
you're going.
going
So
to.
it's Oklahoma State.
So
then?
it looks like Oklahoma
We
State.
can go and rent a crane. Just sit out in the parking lot up
Right,
above
and
the
watch it up
stadium.
above. That'd be fun.
I'm not getting on a crane with you. Sorry. I'm afraid of heights, I guess, is what it is.
Okay.
Really, it has. I mean,
No, I think I'm just afraid of heights. I think that's a new thing. I just
then
became
what
afraid
does that
of
have
heights.
to do with Jeffy being
Because
in
of
it
Thank
crane.
you.
as
Because
well?
I don't want
It's still
him to have to
high.
deal with me being all in a panic
I
and
see. Okay.
whatnot. I
Okay.
mean,
All right then.
what was that, Rob? Good talk.
Said I'd chip in for that.
Oh, you chip in to
see?
see?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nice. All right. 888-900-3393. Got some tweets here from Pat Unleashed. We got Corbin. You would think Joe Biden would have picked his VP by now. Last time I checked, scratch and sniff wasn't that hard.
Right.
Well, he can't. He's got. They're waiting for him to remember who he was going to. Be.
Right.
That's what it is.
Did I write that down?
Jeffy's 18 Spoons tweets, if saying Black Lives Matter after a sneeze prevents COVID, imagine what would happen if it was followed with Dr. Fauci, Saint Fauci of DCC, saying, bless you. Would all of the deaths be reversed?
Okay.
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes.
Getting a little wordy on the sneezes now. Black Lives Matter.
Yeah,
Dr. Fauci,
it's a lot.
yeah,
It's a lot. Just to muck and fudge, the only 5-year-olds that are routinely arrested are the ones who brandish Class 2 look-alike firearms
Yeah.
or chew Pop-Tarts into menacing pistol shapes.
Yep. That's what. Yep. That'll get you hauled off.
Carl Smith tweets, is the guy who finds nothing funny about cops in school the same one demanding cops in schools to end school shootings? I'm confused. Also, Jeffy's 50-pound shadow.
Whoa. How do you weigh that? I'm just curious what the process is. there.
Anyway.
You don't get that one?
Anyway,
I think what
don't
he's saying is that
understand.
you're so large that even your shadow weighs 50 pounds.
Is that? Are you sure?
I think
Are
so,
you sure?
yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm not positive, but I think that's what he's trying to say.
Does the shadow fit in the crane?
Ah, man. If we cancel everyone and everything and isolate ourselves from the Rona, we'll all be in a room alone. I think that's called prison.
There you go. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations. Your government is taking the initiative.
From the humexnity. Wait, what? It's not a tumor? Thanks for the kindergarten cop spoiler.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Isn't it
It's a great movie.
I love that movie. And by the way, I mean he's a cop in school, but he's not busting the kids.
That's what I'm saying. They're trying to say that we
He's
should.
after a murdering drug dealer.
And I think, isn't that the one where does he get with one of the teachers?
Yeah, it's a love story.
Yeah.
It's a love story. He falls in love with the kid, with the mom of the kid of the drug dealer.
I'm just
wow.
saying. It's
It's a small
What a
world, right?
coincidence.
I know.
it's
What an
great-
amazing
I know.
coincidence. How likely is that? Not
I
very.
don't know, not very.
And yet it happened.
Right.
To Arnold.
Don't do this. Don't you dare. I started this show this morning with some far left radical group getting kindergarten cop pulled from a film festival. Don't you
Yeah.
ruin that movie for me, man.
Jonathan Harris tweets, from now on, every time I hear about a movie being canceled or recalled, I'm going to go out and buy that movie. Can I get a list of canceled movies?
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Kindergarten Cop,
Yep.
Song of the South, Gone with the Wind,
Yep. I'm sure there are other ones we can't think
Up
of.
with People. I think they canceled that because
what?
it's just too sappy and happy.
I'm glad I've still got my copy of that.
Yeah. Deuce5 tweets, I still remember the days of Prodigy and CompuServe well
right.
before AOL became
Oh
popular.
yeah.
AOL. Remember you had to go, you'd have the CDs sitting at the post office or wherever you went shopping, and then you'd take it home and you get, how many free hours, and then you have to sign up for it, AOL.
Yeah.
I'm still amazed when I see an AOL.com email address. There's a couple people out there still
are
hanging
some.
on. Yeah.
Yeah. Good times, man. Those were good times.
Yeah,
and then you wait 5, 10, 15 minutes for the page to download.
Right.
You have the 100-pound Apple screen sitting on your desk.
Oh, look, I can see an eye. The nose is starting to develop, I
There it
think.
is.
Yeah. My first email address ever at the University of Nebraska, it was just a series of numbers. Like I was just a number. And at unl.edu.
Good times.
Good story.
Yeah, good
Oh
times.
man,
I thought there was something to it.
I was
Yeah,
trying.
I did too.
I was trying to
no,
remember
just
my
a number.
number 001656 at unl.edu.
Still doesn't work. Really.
I remember a thing one time where something happened to me.
One time at band camp,
Good times. So, yeah, I was there.
Man, I'm already on vacation. Leave me alone.
Telling one of my stories. You know, the thing with the guy.
Yeah. You know, the thing. It's in the thing.
Sure. Etc. You know the deal.
What's his name?
Doreen in Rhode Island. You're on the Blaze.
Hi, I have a comment and then a question. The comment is about President Trump's so-called talking about using bleach to kill virus.
Yeah.
What do people? I know he didn't say it that way, but what do people think chemotherapy is? It's putting poison in your body.
It's true.
Sure is.
Yeah, very true.
And then I have a question concerning, mail-in votes. If I can vote in September and I die in October, does my vote still count?
Sure.
It's a good question, but I think it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
I mean,
does.
you can still apparently get a check
Doreen.
from the government. Remember, stimulus checks were going to dead people
Yeah.
just because they had filed taxes, during the previous year.
Right. I
So
mean,
you're good.
dead cats
Yes.
got stimulus checks.
Right.
Right. So
Now you have to assume that the post office will deliver your vote in a timely fashion.
I
Yeah.
remember
And there's a struggle of that happening.
we
True.
had that news report, and that guy went to go and get the ballots he had
Well,
mailed himself, and they had to go and dig them out of the back.
Postmaster General is being called in front of Congress, but he's going to be there, I think, in 3 or 4 weeks, which should happen before then. But I mean, they're starting to question him on why you need to get this in a timely fashion.
Remember, early voting starts in some parts of the country in
like
about
next month.
5.5 weeks.
Yeah. All right. Let me tell you about ScoreMaster. Created by credit data scientists. This is really great stuff. If you've got, some iffy credit scores right now, some dings on your credit, ScoreMaster can really help you. They raise the credit scores of their clients by an average of about 61 points in 20 days or less. So not just this, I raised my credit score 5 points in under a year. Yeah, okay, great. Nice job. We're talking about, we've heard, since we've started advertising for them, we've heard from people who raised, one of them, in fact, 185 points.
Nice.
185 points in under a month. Just incredible. ScoreMaster, it's the new science that super boosts your credit score faster and easier than anything you've ever tried. It puts you in control of your credit score by telling you when to make payments, how much to make payments, maybe giving them a little extra at this particular time and point in the month. It makes a huge difference. Having your best score, too, your best credit score, it helps in every aspect of your life, whether you're buying a car, refinancing your house, even getting a job sometimes. You should have the power, not the banks. Enroll in just minutes and see how many plus points you can add to your credit score. You'll be shocked how fast and easy this is. Visit scoremaster.com/Pat. That's scoremaster.com/Pat.
Pat Gray.
Yes. That's what? Oh, I see. We're back. That's what you meant.
Yeah, that's what you meant.
Okay.
She didn't say it.
I got confused there for a second. I thought she was just asking for me, and no, apparently not. All right. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter, where Quills of Liberty tweets, how awesome would it be if Beto or Yang screamed discrimination because they weren't considered for a VP simply because they are persons without a cervix? Be fun.
Except Beto has one.
He might. I have to check, and I don't really want to. No. Petty Officer America, Amy Coney Barrett, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Remember the days when the only name you need used a person's, when the only time you used a person's 3 names was for assassins?
Yeah, serial killers.
That doesn't hold true anymore at all.
Yeah, what was that?
Lee Harvey Oswald, John Wilkes Booth, James Earl Ray.
Why do they do that? Is that in case there's like a James Ray out there and
I
they don't
think
want
so.
them to be
Yeah,
considered
I
the
think so.
killer or whatever?
Yeah, so if you have all 3 names and you don't happen to be the killer,
Boy, then you are.
sucks
It's
to
out,
be
of,
you.
it's out of respect.
Yeah. B. de Bodine, wait, banning red and Spanish onions? That sounds racist to me.
Well, that's why they're pulling the rest of them.
Yeah,
They don't want
probably.
the rest of them to feel bad.
Got to get the white onions out of there, too.
And the Spanish.
It's always been the white onions that have caused so many problems. I'm reclaiming my country tweets. Thank you, Jeffy Jones, for telling me something about something in the ground that's turning the freaking cicadas gay.
That's awesome.
There is something in the ground that's turning the freaking cicadas gay.
We think it's in the ground.
But we're not sure. And we're not sure if they get it going in or coming out.
Right. Or before they go in or after they come out. I mean, they don't know.
Oh, boy.
Right.
Heard the bells.
Okay. Riot Ribgate tweets, pretty sure we'll see an infected cicada on the cover of Sports Illustrated. The swimsuit cicada edition.
You actually already have.
Because you got the trans individual, right? Is that coming up in February?
That's great. I talked to him.
What a world, man.
You did?
Chewing the Fat, by the way.
Him, her, what is it? Who,
the
him?
Trans
Yeah, that's your cover. That's
Yeah.
going to be your Sports Illustrated cover is the trans.
Have they decided that for sure?
Right?
Is that decided?
I mean, he or she is in it. I don't know that it's
Okay, not necessarily the cover.
Oh, my
I don't know
bad.
that that's the cover.
But they're definitely doing the trans for the swimsuit edition.
Oh, yeah. Trans, and I'm sure that they have someone who is overweight as well.
I do this. Whatever. That's what I do.
If that's your pose, go ahead.
Whatever.
I mean,
So
Go ahead. Do it. I mean, if that's what America wants in the swimsuit edition, I guess that's what America wants.
which episode did you talk to him?
Thank you.
On the
it's been quite
Chewing
a while
the
now.
Fat
Yeah,
podcast.
it's been quite a while.
okay.
I don't remember the episode numbers. There's so many good
But
ones.
you talked to the person?
There's so many good ones.
You talked to the trans person?
Yeah. Yeah. And they were just
I missed
excited.
that.
Just excited. They
Just
were
excited?
Yeah, excited to be part of the new
So
transition
this is
worldwide.
a person who used to be a man, right? And now is a woman.
Yes.
Okay. Biologically male. Are they still biologically
you know
male?
what? You're pissing me
How
off.
does the swimsuit? Listen,
Am I
Jeffy.
pissing you off?
How
Sorry, Jeffy. I didn't mean to
how does
hit
the-
you in your sensitivity there.
We're done.
Well, I think the answer
done.
to your question, honestly, is how does the swimsuit fit?
That is my question. It's one of the
Yeah,
questions.
well,
I mean,
again, we're done.
There's a million questions I want to ask.
I think if you look at a picture, you'll probably be able to answer that question.
I mean, is
You're
the
not-
package there
It's time
still,
to let it go.
or-
It's time to let it go.
I think he's a fan. I think he's a fan of him, her.
Time to let it go. I don't think it is.
Yeah, no, it is.
I really want some
it
answers
is.
to my questions. I do.
Jeffy,
It's a weird world, man, and I just want to try to understand it as best I can.
is the individual beautiful in your eyes?
Oh, they're all beautiful.
Yes, thank you.
Incredibly
Just- I'm
beautiful. Are you
asking.
kidding me? Was
I
that
wanted to see what he
You can't
was
even joke
rhetorical
around
question?
about him anymore. You see, we're in the at the one fair in Pennsylvania. A guy put a wig on, and they thought he was making fun of the Pennsylvania health tranny guy.
Oh, that's
person.
right. That's right. The health.
And they had a big the governor had a big thing. We can't make fun of him, and he was in the dunk tank with a wig.
Okay.
Now,
By all that
who
is holy.
among us has not been in a dunk tank with a wig on? That's what I thought. And second,
First of all,
oh no.
who among us? And second, yeah,
it's just a joke.
right.
Get over it.
No, there's no such thing as just a joke anymore. There's no such thing. That doesn't exist. Seriously. There is no freedom of speech. There's no joking around. There's no parody or satire.
Okay.
There's nothing acceptable in society anymore.
But I kind of want to explore this. Have you, Jeffy, been in a dunk tank before?
Oh yes,
Wow.
multiple times.
Oh, I have too.
And then I've been in a dunk tank in a wig and a dress. Yeah,
Really?
Well, at least once.
Is there video?
There's photographs somewhere. Sure.
Tweet them.
It's for an event.
Bring them in.
It's for some stupid radio station event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we need to see these pictures. That's what we need.
I really don't need them. I don't
In
need
fact,
the
that was we
picture
had
of
such
that.
a great time going out dress shopping for that event.
Oh,
Did you?
no.
I took the wife, took the kids.
Good.
We were out dress shopping, and it was fun.
It sounds fun.
fun. It was actually-
really
it was
sounds
a
fun.
great time.
Sorry I wasn't there.
a family event.
Enjoy that
How
with you.
deep
That would
was
be
this
great.
tank, by the
I
way?
wish you would have been.
Not deep enough, obviously, because you got out of it.
Right.
So,
They have to refill it after every time you splash down.
oh wow,
What?
Wow, that sounds like a water displacement issue, and you're alleging that
Whoa, where are you going with
there is
this?
such mass and girth involved that the water
Oh,
displacement
how did you get there?
was much larger than it normally would have
Don't
been.
stare at me, Jeffy.
Holy-
He did this.
I'm sorry, Jeffy. I wish I would have known. We would have turned his microphone off
Thank
before he
you.
would have said something so insulting
Thank you.
about your mass. displacing water in an unusual way.
You can't capsize. It's a dunk tank.
No, we got it.
888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We're just seeing, is this a tweet from Matthew Stafford's wife?
It's a story from Matthew Stafford's wife, and she posted...
Matthew Stafford, by the way, the quarterback for the Detroit Lions in the National Football League.
Which, may or may not play.
May or may not.
But she posted on her Instagram account, I have been losing my mind because of how my family has been treated since my husband was put on COVID IR. Even after we knew it was false positive.
Oh.
Our school told us they were not allowed back. I was approached in a grocery store and told I was endangering others. My kids were harassed and kicked off a playground. I was told I needed to wait in my car when trying to pick up food, and people closest to us had to get tested so they could just go back to work.
Good gosh.
Now, of course, she is really angry at the NFL.
At the NFL?
For not holding themselves accountable.
Why isn't she mad at the a-holes who treated her like a-holes? Why are you not mad at them?
She doesn't blame those people for the scenarios on any of the people directly involved.
How typical is that? Don't blame the people who are directly responsible for treating you like garbage.
Well,
blame somebody else.
She understands where they're coming from.
Well,
Pat.
Sure she does. They're coming from what? A place of ignorance and stupidity? When you tell them, look, it was a false positive, your kids should be allowed back in school.
You're good.
And to play on the playground and all those things. Blame the people who are responsible. Puddin'?
You're an idiot.
Jeez. Heaven help us.
Some would say...
I know. I do this. Whatever. Okay. Fine. Blame everybody else. I love the new thing from Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, too.
Oh, don't.
They're so sorry.
That ticks me off so much.
They're so sorry that they got married like 8 years ago on a former plantation.
Yeah.
And they're begging people for forgiveness now.
That pisses me off so much.
The wedding locale is something we'll always be deeply and unreservedly sorry for.
Yeah.
It's impossible to reconcile. What we saw at the time was a wedding venue on Pinterest, and what we saw after was a place built on devastating tragedy.
Yeah. Except, the ads for the place mentioned the old slave buildings and the slave walls. But that's it, though.
Do they really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Who would have known where they got married?
The original ads, because the plantation, because they made a big deal.
They did.
Yeah, because I was angry when Blake decided to get married to Ryan because I thought we had a thing going.
In your mind, you probably did.
It was embarrassing how she continued to look at me in those.
No, it is embarrassing.
Films and TV.
And so this is your way of getting vengeance by publicizing where they got married.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, how pathetic. Just nobody was doing this in 2012.
No, and nobody. And Ryan even said we got married again in our backyard because we were so devastated about that.
On stolen Indian land.
My God.
Got it. So now you got to apologize to the tribes. I see.
Right.
Where do they live?
Right. Well, no doubt.
Los
Angeles.
Yeah,
okay.
Beverly
Hills.
Yeah, let's just find out what tribes they own.
Stolen Mexican land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Fine.
It's stolen from somebody.
Somebody needs an apology, y'all. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
And Blake had posted, I think, on her Instagram or Twitter about how
but you're not stalking
her kids had not had to be raised being told how to talk to policemen or be worried about getting pulled over. It's something that we just can't all comprehend.
Okay. Well,
I got news for you, Ryan and Blake. They're coming for you too.
Right. And depending on
that gated community you live in ain't safe.
Yeah.
That's right.
And just so you guys know, depending on what part of Los Angeles you live in, either the Venturino, the Gabrielino, or the Fernandino tribes deserve an apology as well.
Well, and their land back.
Right, and their land
Is an apology enough? I don't think so.
Give them your yard.
What about reparations?
And then you got the reparations.
Yeah.
I think they get a chunk of the, a percentage of the wedding gifts that you received.
A percentage of the take of all of your movies from now on? Yeah. Yeah.
Which is quite hefty, I believe.
Very. Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, they're making some cash.
They've made a little bit of money.
Putting some money away.
Yes.
No question. Triple eight
Blake,
900
stop looking
3393.
at me like you're looking at me because now I'm angry with you. Okay, I don't.
Oh, so now you're not interested.
I didn't say that.
I'm sure she's relieved.
we
Because
could-
it sounded
we could-
for a minute like you were done with her. Now I'm
No.
sure
We can
she's
work through some of the
relieved.
problems.
Yeah, okay. All right, good. All right. Bill de Blasio.
Oh, he's good.
The guy's great. That's I love his communist tendencies. Who doesn't? For the mayor of the largest city in America to be a commie, I think that's something that we can all appreciate.
That's good, right?
Isn't it?
That's good.
And have appreciated since he took office.
Yes. And I love his do as I say, not as I do policies, too. And he described one of them recently because he didn't get he was supposed to get a permit to do the Black Lives Matter thing, right?
No.
On the street.
In front of Trump Tower?
But he didn't. Here he is talking about that.
We haven't said no to people who said if you want to apply, you can apply, but there's a process. Look, the fact is that what
you're a
I decided
douchebag.
to do with the Black Lives Matter murals, and this came out of a meeting at Gracie Mansion weeks ago with community leaders and activists who said this would be such an important thing for this city to declare
an important
officially.
thing. So important.
That is something, again, transcends all normal realities.
Pause it for a
because
second.
we are in a
does
Wait a
it?
minute. Okay, wait. It transcends all normal reality. No, it doesn't, Bill.
Wow.
How do you listen to that bull crap and just say, well, yeah, I guess it transcends all normal reality?
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah, all right. Well, I guess it does. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Your concern is garbage, but this concern is important.
Right.
He keeps saying that. He keeps doing it.
Remember, he's been to the park when he wasn't supposed to. Right?
Yeah.
But
Yes.
but instead of normal reality, he's
This
saying
is unbelievable.
this transcends rule of law.
Yeah.
Did he go down to the funeral for John Lewis?
I don't know.
Because all the Washington people that went down there all got a special dispensation to be able not have to be quarantined.
Right.
Because
All the politicians
do as we
did.
say is not as we do.
And they said basically the same thing
And they were
because
hugging
politicians
and-
are important.
Yeah.
You're not.
right.
That's why we get to do this and you can't.
Yeah.
They're actually just doing it.
They
now,
sure are. They sure are. Right? It's just slapping us in the face.
is the Glenn prediction. They'll eventually just take the mask off and just do these things. And that's what they're doing right
They
now.
sure are.
They're just telling us we can do this, you can't. Period. That's the end of it.
Yep.
It's
And we're supposed to be
unbelievable.
okay with it.
And we're like,
okay with it. Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. That's okay. Come on. Let's see the rest of this.
such an
It's
important thing for this
unreal.
city to declare officially. That is something, again, transcends all
transcends.
normal
No, it doesn't.
realities
No,
because we are in a
it
moment
doesn't.
of history where this had to be said and done. That's a decision I
But
made.
our little things don't.
But the
right?
normal process continues for anyone
For
who
you.
wants to apply.
Yeah,
Yes.
for you little people.
The
but the
normal
normal
process applies to you.
it
but-
continues for you.
But what I want transcends all rule of reality.
Right.
This guy.
Yeah.
I guess, that's just more communist fairness, huh? That's just
Yeah.
That's just
That's
equality.
exactly.
That's the communist equality
That's
right
the
there.
oligarchy.
My thing matters. Your thing doesn't. We're important. You're not. You don't understand the complex things that we're dealing with because you're the little people. You're too stupid to understand this stuff. This is way above you people. You people can't complain about this because you don't know anything about what you're talking about.
Because
okay?
it transcends normal
It transcends
reality.
normal reality. I'm transcending normal reality right now because I am important.
Yeah.
Good gosh, that's what he just said.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
How you like
This
in your
guy,
city?
he needs to be removed from the freaking job. I don't know how people in New York are putting up with this. How does he have an approval rating above
I don't know.
zero?
I don't know. I mean, even the health minister, who's I thought was as bad as him, quit. Right? I mean,
And she did not like him.
Right. She even. I
Yeah,
mean,
she was pissed.
Yeah.
And she should be because he treats everybody like garbage. Wow. All right. Let me tell you about realestateagentsitrust.com. If you're trying to sell your home, you know it's a hassle, you know it's hard, and it's the biggest investment you're probably ever going to make. And so you need an expert to come in with you and be your partner through this process. Somebody that can help you tell you if you need the house painted. And right now, just about all of us do. If you want to sell your house, this is what I'm being told anyway by people all over. if you want to sell your house, you got to paint it white. Well, wait a minute. That's kind of racist. Whoa.
Not the master bedroom, though, right?
I don't know about the master bedroom. I just know the kitchen and the living spaces have to be white.
Whoa.
Yeah, and the countertops, preferably white. And the cabinets, white. Well, what kind of racism are we dealing with here from these people? But they can advise you on all of those things. Do you need roof repair, or should you leave that and just say we're selling it as is? These are the people who know your market and know how to help you get your home sold quickly and for the most amount of money. Same goes for buying a home, too. These are the people that are going to get you through that process. Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name really says it all. Go to realestateagentsitrust.com today. realestateagentsitrust.com.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
So you started the show talking about the horrific explosion in Beirut. And
not the dunk tank?
You showed the...
That wasn't the dunk tank video? No?
No, it was not. It was the huge explosion in Beirut.
Well.
That, we're finding out they thought originally that it was an attack, and then they thought, now we found out it was, like 2,700 tons of ammonium nitrate.
Which was wisely put right there in
with no safeguards. Yeah,
right near the firework factory.
Yeah, they're saying they don't know why. It was just, I just set it over there.
Exactly.
I just set it over there. It'd be fine.
Unreal.
And so, so much is damaged. There were a couple of ships that were damaged because it was close to the port. But I know you showed the explosion, but the footage coming from Beirut was...
Oh, the aftermath?
Incredible.
Look at that. That's like Hiroshima,
it's
man.
devastation. It was just devastation on this area. And I would play the audio, but for some reason they're not speaking English. I know it's Beirut. You'd think they'd speak English,
right?
But
goodness.
Look at this.
Cars got damaged like that.
Cars, trucks were thrown, exploded,
the
explosions.
Are gone.
Yeah. It was really horrific, the damage that went on. And those of you that originally thought that it was a meth lab, apparently it's not true. So just let you know.
Right. 2,700 pounds
or
tons?
It said the story was 2,700 tons. That's what it said. That's...
Wow.
Oklahoma City was 2 tons, correct?
Yes.
2,700 tons of ammonium nitrate? No wonder.
2,750 tons of ammonium nitrate was being stored near the blast site without safety measures.
And we're gonna store that right by the fireworks factory.
Right by the entertainment district.
Now, I have to agree with the Prime Minister who said it was unacceptable.
Yeah, I wish you would have said that before yesterday.
Oh, my.
Right.
Huh. Wow. That's
it was
really
there
horrific.
for 6 years unsecured.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah. With the terrorism situation they've got in Beirut, are you kidding me?
I know.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
And look at that devastation. The hospitals were already
so bad,
pretty packed with COVID patients.
Yeah. It looks like Hiroshima.
It sure does. It looks like a movie set.
Yeah,
some of the footage with the cars on the side of bridges and in these cities that trucks were exploded. It looks like a movie set, and obviously it is not because real human lives were so affected.
Sad. Yeah, that's real devastation.
I'm sure with thousands were hurt, and the death count continues to climb, although it's still in the hundreds. So I feel like that's good.
Gonna go up.
I feel like if the number stays below 200 or 300, that's probably good.
Well, based on the devastation,
I know.
I think. I know. One is too many, as always.
Of course, yeah.
But that kind of explosion to take 100 lives instead of 1,000 or 10,000,
right,
is pretty amazing. Wow. 888-933-93. On a somewhat lighter note, we've got some other video for you, less devastating. Although this bicyclist has quite an attitude.
Oh, this is left.
Yeah, somebody sent this and I thought of Jeffy. I was like, we got to do this on Wednesday.
I watched this the other day. I wanted to just slap this lady so bad. And the guy actually...
It's so...
What the hell is your problem? You're not even
I know. What is she yelling about?
Okay, she's really angry.
Because he walked out into the street with his dog.
He was walking in the bike path.
Bike lane. Okay, yeah.
You know, there's a bike lane. That's for bikes. You have the sidewalk for you and your dog, okay?
Uh-huh.
And so she's becoming a bicyclist Nazi.
And she won't let him walk past. All right, I'm sorry I got in your way. Back off.
No, but he hasn't apologized.
Right,
That's what the problem is.
Because she's screaming. I'm not going to apologize either if you're going to act like
He can't
this.
believe it, though.
Yeah,
He's
watch
more
this.
like, are you serious?
What's wrong with it? What's wrong with my right to have a bike lane? What's wrong with my right to have a bike lane?
My right to have a bike lane.
You broke the law.
You broke the law.
Have him make a citizen's arrest.
Thank
Putin.
you.
Make a citizen's arrest right now. That'd show him.
Right?
Bastard.
Look, he's trying to get
Teach
you
you
to
to
wants
walk
to
in the
leave now.
bike lane. Go after him, hon. Go after
He
him.
just wants to leave. He wants to go home.
Watch this. Now, watch now. Out here in the street.
All right, I'm out.
I'm glad that dog moved with him, too. Everyone's clapping, cheering him on. Stupid bike
He
Nazis.
actually has to fake her out and juke her with his
get by.
dog to get
Yeah.
by
Just to
her
go
on the
home.
bike.
Uh-huh. He got the first down, that's for sure.
Unbelievable.
Eventually.
That's funny.
So bad, but listen, we're turning these people into, and I say these people, bicyclists, protesters.
Yeah.
Peaceful protesters.
Mostly
And-
peaceful
yeah,
protesters.
Mostly, yeah,
Mostly
mostly,
Yeah,
peaceful.
they're mostly
yeah.
peaceful.
They believe that they can just
Yeah,
get in
do
your
anything
face
they
and do
want.
anything
She's
they
definitely not of the elite, though, right? The Miami police
Right.
bike
She
squad.
wouldn't
couldn't
fit in
make
with
it.
the
Well,
Miami.
no, she was off.
I mean, look at these guys.
Look at these guys.
These
These guys
guys
are
know how
awesome.
to block somebody
Right.
when they want to.
Except for the one guy.
Move back, move.
Oh. Can't quite get my leg over there.
No, the
I
one.
mean, retake that video.
That's what I was just going to say. How do you say, yep, that's a good take. Let's
Good
roll
take.
with
Let's
it.
go. Call it a day,
Let's
boys.
roll.
If that's the one you take, that means some of the others
Yeah, right,
were not
right.
as good as that one.
So there's a police boat that is more agile than that group that played the police boat. Look at this. You think he's gonna come on the shore? Watch this. Oh, look out! Look out! Oh, isn't that impressive? Look at that. I mean, snog right up against there.
It's impressive. It's incredible.
All right, it's not
Now
impressive.
that
to
is
pat.
CGI.
Let's see.
I don't believe that.
That's why I figured.
You don't
you'd go-
believe that?
No.
Really?
People aren't driving boats like that.
Let's see it. Let's see it again.
Oh, now
one
he
more
wants
time.
to see it again. See,
Let's
it
see
wasn't
it.
impressive the first time, but now it is.
Oh, I'm trying to prove Jeffy wrong.
Right. I think that's impressive. Coming full speed at the dock like that.
CGI.
That's a good boat driver right there.
There's nobody even driving it.
That's a good
Remote
boat
control.
driver.
Okay. Was there nobody up front there?
No.
Wow, it's a ghost boat. It's even more impressive now.
All right. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. I made one of the biggest mistakes of my life yesterday.
Oh, no.
I'm looking for a service, and I was looking for one online, and it called for my phone number. And I don't know why. In a weak
You
moment,
just typed it in?
I typed it in,
Dude.
thinking I was dealing with a legitimate website. That, I got 40 phone calls
Yeah.
in the next hour and a half.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that happens a lot.
40.
Been there.
I was, come on! And there's nothing you could do to stop it.
Well, I mean-
they just keep calling
Yeah.
and calling. And I had another important phone call that I was waiting for, so I couldn't turn off my phone. And every time I'd look, it was one of those stinking scam
Did you know the
operations.
phone number of the important phone call that you were looking for? Was it in your
Yes.
phone so you could recognize it?
Yeah. Yeah. And the phone numbers of the other one are always from New York because that's where I got my cell
Right.
phone. And so they're almost always from either New York or Pennsylvania. So all the scam calls from New York and Pennsylvania are flooding in. 40
You have
in
to
an
wait,
hour and a half.
You have to wait about a week for that to end.
I can't take
The
it.
last time I did that,
but-
I typed in an email address and a phone number, and it took about a week
on,
to
hold on.
stop the
Really?
just the calls
No,
and the
no, 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 no.
emails.
No.
Calls
That-
and emails. Calls and emails. Calls
That
and emails.
only stopped the initial onslaught. Those people now have sold your number to other companies and give it a month or two.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
and
yeah.
here they come.
Then I'm
again.
going to start getting the warranty calls all over again.
Yeah.
Hey, your extended warranty is expired. No, it's not.
It'd be good show material coming your way.
Yeah, I guess. In that call that I get from China all the time
Yeah.
in Chinese, it's in Mandarin Chinese, so I don't even know what they're looking for.
How'd you get on that list?
I don't know. I don't.
That's a good list to be on, though.
No. Drives
Really?
me out of my mind. I hate it so much. And I thought wasn't it illegal to call people's cell phones at one point?
Yeah, but remember that transcends normal times.
Oh, that's right.
You see.
Yeah, well,
That's right.
some places like Texas made those spam calls illegal. But those of us that have phone numbers that aren't Texas phone numbers are still able to get the calls from those numbers and out of state.
We got to call those legislatures and governors.
Right. So we thought, okay, great, that's great. We're not going to get them anymore. But those are I'm not Texas number, and neither are you.
Right.
I mean, the area code I have is from a long time ago. A long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah. At least you know when you look down and you see the New York area code, it's another scam.
Right. And there's absolutely.
Because nobody calls me from New York anymore. So
well, even if they do, leave a message.
Yeah.
But I'm not answering it if I don't know you.
Well, something has to be done about it, though. The scam calls, something has to be done. Who was it we just read about that was suing one of the companies because they were using his name?
Clint Eastwood.
It was Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood was fighting it. Now, he's a guy that could, he's got a
the
couple of
resources.
bucks.
He should be able to do that.
Yeah.
Because what were they saying about him? Was it
Clint was
CBD pill or one of those?
I think, right?
Oh, I thought it was CBD oil or something.
Oh, it might have been.
Oh, maybe.
It might have
Facial
been the pot,
cream.
yeah.
So he's not selling?
He's actually not
'Cause
selling
I ordered-
CBD.
You think guys like Denzel would fight
from
about
him.
facial cream.
Because Denzel's, all over the ED. And, no way, Denzel. My boy Denzel doesn't
quote,
need that
Denzel
stuff.
is all over the ED, end quote.
My boy Denzel doesn't need
Well,
that.
they did it to Hannity recently. They said Hannity had developed one of these ED pills, and it was 5 times more effective at half the cost.
Well, some of them might be true.
So,
Wow. That's
Yeah.
Sounds like a
I mean, I don't know that.
yeah.
I don't know that. You don't know which ones are true and which ones aren't. We're just guessing.
I'm pretty sure none of them are true at this point. I'm pretty sure. And I
Okay,
don't
if you
know
say so.
how they get away with it. It's still part
Okay,
of my
so
GI.
if in Pat World, okay, you can either go with ban the spam calls or ban the pop-up ads blaring full volume
ads.
on your.
That's a tough one.
Which
I'm
one's Emperor Pat going with?
going to say spam.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh no. We need to have a conversation.
I'm going
about
spam
that.
calls too.
Yeah, I'm going
Yeah,
scam.
just-
Spam
You'll
calls.
learn
I
to
hate
keep
'em.
your computer on mute. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. You could just push the button, mute the computer, which I
Boom.
should do every day. But the spam calls, they just keep coming no matter what. And I'm on the National Registry, the do not call list.
Oh, but this
That doesn't help.
It transcends.
It transcends normal reality.
Yeah.
Do you honestly
It does.
believe that exists? The
Right.
I'm on the National Registry.
I know there's some
I own that star.
there's some paper.
I have property on that planet. Okay.
Shut up, Fatso.
I do own plots on the moon, so hush on that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna visit it someday. Yeah.
It should
But
work.
seriously, there is some paper pusher
It should.
up in
I'm not-
Washington that's selling our numbers. They're like, they think they sign up for a no call list.
Yeah.
I'm really making money on the sly. Selling them. Oh gosh. Some guy retired. Some federal employee retired selling our do not call list number to some company.
All right. Well, we'll see you tomorrow, bright and early. And in fact, I'll see you next, filling in for Glenn on the Glenn Beck
nice.
radio program.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.